Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are looking at a really fascinating and frankly critical piece of analysis regarding Ghana. It's a briefing titled Ghana's Institutional Dissonance.
It's a heavy title, isn't it?
It is, but the central metaphor is surprisingly simple. It basically argues that Ghana acts like a computer that is trying to run modern Western hardware using indigenous cultural software. And the result? System crash.
Exactly. It's a compatibility error that has been running since 1957. The briefing argues that the reason Ghana struggles with development, despite all this potential, is this fundamental conflict between the formal state, which is Western, and the actual society, which is indigenous.
So let's break down this two publics theory mentioned in the text. It talks about a civic public and a primordial public. What does that actually look like on the ground?
Think of it this way. The civic public is the state, the parliament, the bureaucracy, the police. In the eyes of the average citizen, this is an amoral space. It's seen as an alien apparatus left over from colonialism. Nobody feels a deep moral attachment to it. It's just a place to extract resources from.
Like a hunting ground?
Precisely. But then you have the primordial public. This is your kin, your clan, your chieftaincy, your hometown. This is the moral sphere. This is where your true loyalty lies. The problem is, because the state tried to suppress this sphere rather than integrate it, you end up with a situation where people use the resources of the state to feed their obligations to the kin group.
Which the West usually just calls corruption?
Right. But in this context, it's not just theft. It's neo-patrimonialism. If a big man gets a government position, his community expects him to distribute the loot. If he doesn't, he's not a moral person in their eyes.
That's a difficult bind. The text mentions this started with Nkrumah. I always thought of Nkrumah as the father of the nation, but the briefing suggests he actually widened this gap?
He did, but with the intention of modernization. Nkrumah viewed the chiefs, the custodians of that primordial public, as feudal relics. He wanted a unified modern nation. So he passed laws like the Chieftaincy Act of 1961, effectively turning chiefs into employees of the state rather than sovereign partners.
Curious. And then the 1992 Constitution doubled down on that?
It cemented it. Article 276 explicitly bans chiefs from active party politics. So you have this governance schizophrenia. You have a district chief executive appointed by the president holding the budget, but the local chief holds the actual social influence and the land.
It cemented it. They end up working in silos or worse, sabotaging each other.
Speaking of land, the briefing highlights this as the biggest economic casualty. It says something like 30% of potential GDP is lost here.
It's the dead capital problem. 80% of land is under customary tenure, owned by stalls or families. But the state tries to manage it with statutory laws. It's a mess. You get multiple sales of the same plot, you get land guards, basically private militias enforcing boundaries because the courts are too slow.
And this connects to the Galamsey crisis, illegal mining, doesn't it?
Directly. The state owns the minerals underground, but the chiefs own the surface. The state hands out mining licenses without local consent, stripping the chiefs of the power to protect their own water bodies. It's a vacuum of responsibility.
Curious. I think it pivoted to the business side. This part really struck me, the concept of the black tax.
It's a colloquial term, but economically, it's massive. Because the state doesn't provide a strong social safety net, the successful individual becomes the safety net. You make a profit? Great. Now pay your cousin's school fees, your aunt's medical bill, and for 3 funerals.
So you can't reinvest in your business.
Exactly. It traps businesses in the micro stage. They can't scale. And then you add the succession crisis. In matrilineal cultures, like the Akan, Inheritance traditionally goes to the nephew, not the son. It creates a massive trust deficit. Founders don't write wills, and when they die, the business collapses because the family strips the assets.
It sounds grim, but the briefing does offer solutions. It talks about hybrid governance. What is the Botswana solution?
Botswana is the gold standard here. They didn't ban their chiefs, they integrated them. They have the Entlo Ya Dekosi, a sort of house of chiefs that works with the parliament. The briefing suggests Ghana needs a second parliamentary chamber for chiefs. Give them formal legislative power, especially over land and culture.
And there's a domestic success story too. Juaben?
Yes, the Draben traditional area, Nana Otuo Seribudi II, acts almost like a development CEO. He blurs the lines using his traditional authority to drive modern development projects. The briefing argues we need to formalize this. Stop pretending the two publics are separate.
One recommendation I found fascinating was about the black tax specifically. The idea of formalizing it.
It's brilliant, actually. If I'm paying for my extended family's healthcare and education, that is a contribution to the nation's human capital. The state should recognize that. Give tax rebates for verified family support. Turn a private burden into a public contribution.
So the ultimate conclusion is that to get to Ghana beyond aid,
You first need Ghana within culture. You can't build a skyscraper on a foundation designed for a different type of building. You have to upgrade the software to match the hardware.
a powerful take. It certainly makes you rethink what modernization actually means in an African context. Thanks for walking us through it.
My pleasure.
In a world full of deception and the disguise, where the truth is hard to find, I'm searching for a place where honesty resides, where the lies can't intertwine. No lie, truth be king. Let the words of honesty ring. Infectious vibes, reggae swings, where the rhythm makes hearts sing, sing, sing. Oh, 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 oh. Anyone that true talk, no be lie. At the beat like fella drum, we know they cry. When I see you smile, body they shake, no fit deny. I they hooked on you, I wide away. No be lie, fire day my soul. You they shine bright, eyes like diamonds, you they control. No be lie, love not sweet desire. Now real feeling Lagos from fire, we go higher. Friends they and move slow, no worry, but this love you know they fade, no be just Florida like constant sun. It they burn true, no be like now only you I want not true. No be lie, fire day my soul. You they shine bright, eyes like diamonds, you they control.